welcome to another episode of the Two Pairs of Glasses podcast. And you can tell that the theme song was not composed by us because it is actually getting stuck in your head.
Exactly. When I was done editing, the teacher wouldn't stop saying how stuck in his head it was. So, I hope it's stuck in your head too. I hope you'll remember us when we're gone. By that song alone. Okay, time to get my foot up. Now that's how you know I'm ready for the podcast, because my foot's up. Also, I put my microphone down a little bit more so my face is more visible, because people totally want to see my face.
Meanwhile, I am the copy of You Don't Know Jack that doesn't work on your computer because it runs on Windows 11. And the game was released in like 1995, I think. Xavier Brandt. And by my side is 4 copies of Hunchback of Notre Dame. Kristen Howder.
Yeah. I think I actually had 2 copies, one on disc and one on VCR. So you know what? Close enough. I grew up on disc and VCR. If you remember correctly from one episode, I think I'd mentioned that.
The thing is, I was at Goodwill recently. That's where the whole entire opening jokes landed. And there was literally like 4 copies of the Hunchback of Notre Dame.
So it adds up?
Yeah. Other things I found, a Shirley Temple DVD where the spine was misspelled as Temple.
Temple? Shirley Temple, if I'm remembering correctly, that's the woman who was very intelligent, but she also had autism. That was her? Or is that a different person? That's Grandin Temple, I think. I don't know where I'm at right now. I'm in a studio recording 2 pairs of glasses. And editing again, by the way. You're welcome.
Yeah.
Yeah, I like editing. It's not that bad. It's just like when you could do it, it turns out better. So I don't mind editing, but like he's better. So I don't use Adobe when I'm editing my actual videos, so I have no idea how to use it that well. But hey, the videos turn out okay. My mom says she likes the videos. She also said she likes the intro.
Especially when you misspell your name.
Exactly. We didn't mention that. But I brought in the intro, and we both looked at it and we were like, "Wait a second." He pointed out that I missed the S in my name, so I had to redo the entire thing, but make sure my S was in my name. But no, it's good. I think. It says Christia. There's no N.
I mean, we've already had people view the actual episode. It's been out, so it was like.
I mean, YouTube has a post-editing thing where you can cut things out, so I can cut out the entire outro or intro, can't I?
Yeah, but you can't replace it with anything.
True. Well, that'll do.
Yeah, it's like you have to be like the only way you can actually like edit your videos and actually bring something new into it is if you're like a huge musician trying to remaster a video. So it's like,
yeah, YouTube will be 19 years old on Valentine's Day this year, which would be next Wednesday. So that is funny. And for those that don't know, YouTube was originally meant to be a dating website, which is why it was released on a Valentine's Day in 2005. That's a long, long time ago. I mentioned that earlier because in my psychology class, the teacher does these things called bell ringers where we answer a question before class starts, before the bell rings. And the question was about Facebook, but one of the answers was YouTube. And I was like, I know that's not the answer because it says 2004, and I know YouTube came out in 2005. Because like I don't know when, I don't remember why I know that it came out specifically on Valentine's Day in 2005, but I did. I've known that for years now, and I don't know where that came from. I don't know if it was an article. I don't know if it was ironically enough, a YouTuber, but I know that, and it's funny to me every time. So instead of celebrating Valentine's Day, for the past couple of years, I've been like, yo, it's YouTube's birthday. But now I'm going to do that again because I will not be spending Valentine's Day with my girlfriend. No. I'm going to be spending Valentine's Day celebrating YouTube's birthday again. Let's go. That would just be harsh. But it's YouTube, man. Come on, it's like best social media platform out there. In general, like statistically, I feel like it's one of the best because it has like the best people. It has the most entertaining content. It's been around long. One of the longest. One of the oldest ones. I mean. Then there's like MySpace and stuff. My mom liked MySpace. She complains about it quite often. Actually, it's kind of disappointing. She's like, "You would have liked it, Christian." I was like, "Okay, I'm not gonna complain." I guess she's just always like, "You can make it so that whenever someone views your page, it plays a sound." And I don't know how true that is. I don't know why she'd lie to me about that, but that sounds interesting. Social medias. You know, how many different like social medias are there? They're like there's Twitter, aka X. There's YouTube. There's Snapchat. There's TikTok, previously known by like 10 years ago as Musically. Anyone else remember? If you do not remember Musically, you are too young to have TikTok.
Yes.
If anything. If anything, all social medias are meant to be 13 plus, which is really weird that YouTube has age restrictions and stuff. Because like if you're 13 plus, you likely know some of the things that YouTube has. Like I get if you're directly uploading a age appropriate content, but like if you're swearing and stuff, that shouldn't be an issue. Unless you're recording a podcast at school for school, then maybe it's a bit of an issue. But for the most part, swearing, unless you're directly talking about or producing explicit content, I don't get the issue. But for the most part, we're chilling.
I find that to be complete bull.
Exactly. Or you're doing things like a particular YouTuber whose name starts with an S. That's an issue.
You took the words right out of my mouth.
Exactly. But for the most part, YouTube and any other thing, I feel like shouldn't be so age restricted because it feels unnecessary, especially because the social medias are meant to be 13 plus, and so the content should be allowed to be 13 plus. Did you hear about the TikTok thing where they took like all the audios off because of copyright? Like copyright is a law, and they should follow that. Yes, but I'm still very disappointed about it. Because I don't really use TikTok as a social media. I use it for audios because I like have a bunch of audios that I have saved that I like to just listen to because they sound cool, or maybe even use in edits. So I don't really use it for social media, but going through some of my edit audios that I've saved, there were a couple missing, and I was like, damn it. But it's not bad. As a person that doesn't use TikTok, not that bad. But for most people, I hear it's very disappointing, and I get that. But copyright is a law, and we have to follow it. You know how copyright. You gotta give credit to people, unlike some people. But
Probably like someone whose name starts with 3. Okay. Copyright is also bull. So here is a song from Nirvana. It's called... No, I'm not doing that.
but here's the thing about Wooly, because there's no copyright on that. That was interesting. I can't believe Disney tried to on that, because copyright ends after, was it 70 years?
That's what it used to be. I think it's like 95 or 96 years now.
Yeah, but
which is how Steamboat Willie happened.
Yeah.
And we forgot to talk about it a while ago, and now we're talking about it.
Well, we might as well, I guess. I don't know why I didn't talk about it. See, the modern Mickey Mouse is still copyrighted, but Steamboat Willie, the original cartoon that you see at the beginning of almost every Disney movie, I guess every Disney movie, is not copyrighted anymore, even though it's essentially the same character. But they're not. They're not. Although before Steamboat Willie, we had what's the rabbit's Oswald, I think. I don't think it matters. Oswald and Mickey Mouse, that one video game where there's Oswald and Mickey Mouse as
Epic Mickey.
Yes, that was a great game. I only own the demo because I'm poor, but it's an amazing game. I mean the demo was still 2-player, so I didn't really care much. All my games on my Xbox 360 are demos, and I would have a blast playing for like 10 minutes with my friends because that's all we could play. because either the games were very, very restricted, or it was the full game, but they gave you a limited amount of time. So it was either we got bored of the restrictions, or we got cut off because we ran out of time. But they were so fun for like a 12-year-old. So
I have the Wii version of Epic Mickey, but I literally don't play it.
it's
So
on Wii.
yeah,
Did not know that. Do you still have a Wii?
I still have a Wii. Yeah.
I do too. I think the disk drive is broken, like every one of my consoles, because my Xbox 360, my PlayStation 3, and my Wii all had broken disk drives. But hey, they all had demos on them too, so it's fine. They all have demos, except for my Wii, which had Super Mario, but that was on a disc. So, but it was fun. Also, discovering Netflix for the Wii. I didn't know that was a thing because like I found what Netflix was, and I was like, oh, I wish we had that. And my mom and I was like, we don't have a console that could have it. And my mom was like, isn't that Netflix right there? And I was like, we have it on the Wii. God. I'm like, Netflix was so old back then. Like if you look at it now and compare it back then, it was so weird. And Netflix wasn't even originally a streaming service. In I think it was 1995, it came out as like a they send you movies to rent and then you send them back, like any like a Redbox essentially. I obviously wasn't around for that, but for the most part, finding out it was that old Netflix, even if it wasn't a stream service at the time, that was still pretty interesting. That means it's almost 30 years old. Yeah. It's like 29 years old then. If it is 1995, I don't remember if that's the exact date, but I think it is, but I don't know.
I remember seeing Netflix on Wii and trying it out in one of my aunt's house. I also know there was like Hulu.
Excuse me, we're recording. And I'm editing.
Anyways, I know there was Hulu on Wii as well. Amazon Prime, maybe, on Wii.
Maybe.
And I know there was YouTube on Wii.
Oh, yeah,
It was-
definitely.
yeah.
I had YouTube on a flip phone once. And I would watch my videos sideways. So I'd hold like the keypad on one hand and then watch the screen like this, like it was a scouter from Dragon Ball or something. It was like stupid, but you know, considering at the time all I had was that flip phone, I was like, entertainment, because I went from tablet to actual phone, and then at some point when me and my sister broke both of our phones. Excuse me, microphone. Do you mind staying in place? My mom was just like, until we can get you a new phone, you guys are gonna have to share this flip phone so that we can at least contact you. And we had this bright pink flip phone. And my sister didn't want. She's like, I don't want to get caught with this flip phone. I look like a loser. And I was like, yeah, a flip phone. Like I was way more happy about having a flip phone. And I actually have 2 flip phones just sitting on a little nightstand by my desk. I have one of the actual flip phones, and then I have one of those really cool ones with the slide out keyboard because I'm really cool like that. Those were peak technology at some point. I just remember that now.
Your sister kind of reminds me of like Pepper Ann a little bit. She does not want to do something just because and only because it's not cool.
Exactly. That's exactly my sister. Not to call out my sister. I don't think she's watching anyway, so it doesn't matter. But she won't do something if it makes her look less cool or less popular. Even if she doesn't like per se care about being popular, but if she has a status, she doesn't want to ruin it, which is very valid. I understand that, but I don't care about popularity. And look at me now. Very high detailed SpongeBob zoom in right there. that's me smiling. It's just that high detailed SpongeBob zoom in. You know those scenes? Those are terrifying as a kid.
Meanwhile, I don't really believe in the whole entire like high school status, reputation thing, or social groups, whatever. I just think it's complete bull. You know.
Yeah, of course. I like
Although I still like the Breakfast Club, despite the fact that it has like social groups,
Breakfast
like-
Club. Oh yeah. I
like-
was like, what is that? I was like, oh yeah.
like five social groups just combined to one singular club.
Yeah. We watched Breakfast Club in sociology class. I never seen it before that. I'm not gonna lie. Do not hate me. But after watching it, it was interesting. As a movie, it was entertaining, and then like the focal point and what we actually were watching the movie for was interesting too. So overall, great movie, great points, and very enjoyable. How old is that movie again?
Came out in 1985.
85. It'll be 40 years next year. That's that's crazy. My mom is 44, so she was like 5 when it came out.
The events that take place in the movie actually turned 40 this year, so.
Oh, so yeah, pretty cool.
Anyways, going back to Steamboat Willie.
Dun, 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 dun. See, that's not copyright. I can't whistle, otherwise I'd whistle it. But doing this is good enough. Oh wait, I need a steering wheel. Dun, 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 dun. Actually, you know what? Because it's not copyright, I'm placing it right here if I have time in editing. But who knows if I will? But I probably will.
Just haven't played in the background like it's like Subway Surfers or something.
Oh my gosh, I get why we don't get enough views. We don't have Subway Surfers. We don't have Family Guy clips. We don't have Temple Run. We don't have Minecraft parkour. That's what we need. Minecraft parkour. I will gladly do the parkour myself. I'm actually pretty okay at parkour. Stupid.
Anyways, I just like watched the entire thing like one day because I was bored, and then I ended up watching the dub by Brock Baker of Steamboat Willie. So like,
Yeah.
if any of you have not seen it, well, it's hilarious, just like Brock himself. You'll have to watch out. You'll have to watch out for the part where Pete says "Paul Blart Mall Cop," and then the animals just go "Paul Blart Mall Cop."
God, old cartoons are superior, especially because they don't care about as much about like not offending people, because people weren't offended as easily back in those days. So watching them, it was just peak. Not that I want to offend people, but like for the most part, when people weren't offended, it was pretty cool. It just made for more entertaining stuff because they could say jokes that weren't as likely to cancel them. Cancel culture wasn't even a thing back then. And now you can't even be like, vanilla ice cream is not that good. I just got canceled right there. We just got sued for $15K for no reason. $50K, the Verblaze video.
And because of all of those statements, welcome to the final episode of the. This is a recurring gag, isn't it?
I'm okay with it. It's honestly hilarious. I like the joke of being sued, but not actually being sued. Please don't sue us. We're poor. We don't own this equipment, so
Despite the fact that we're also using Steamboat Willie as footage.
Yeah, it's fine. It's all fine.
I mean, it's public domain, but you know how Disney is.
You know how Disney is. Anyways, let it go. I'm not gonna sing. I don't want to get copyright strikes. Or Disney just suing us for their entire company, actually, the worth of money, which would be probably a couple billion, probably a couple $100 billion, I think. Facebook is at $1.16 trillion right now. Welcome to the ASMR podcast. We're peeking the mic. No. If Elijah was here, maybe. I am not editing this out, by the way.
Exactly.
Exactly. God.
Okay, what other songs did I do that will definitely get us copyrighted? Oh, yeah.
I feel like I know that, but honestly, I can't really tell what you're doing.
Well, I can't tell you because that's copyright.
Exactly. See, if I can't tell what it is, maybe they can't tell, and we won't get copyrighted. Big brain time.
Okay, so we started this admittedly, we started this podcast a little later than we wanted to because there was supposed to be a light back there. It screwed up.
We couldn't put a light here, because of like there's stuff back there, so it wasn't going to be level and it was going to be weird. It was probably going to fall over. We couldn't put it over there because the only one with a small enough base to fit back there couldn't extend high enough, and we didn't want it on camera, so we just kind of left it. So we have 4 cameras standing there staring at us. That one looks like the wrong color for some reason. I don't know if that's a different color or not. Because you can adjust the warmth and coolness of these, so you can have like slightly bluer lights or slightly more yellow lights.
Yeah, and we also started late, and I wanted to do something else for a scene for my QTV. So I'm assuming that this is over 20 minutes, and
Good enough for me.
I'm assuming that this is 20 minutes, and we are most likely done.
Yes,
Maybe.
maybe. I mean,
If
like anything above 15 minutes, it's not too bad. So we're chill.
Yeah. So assuming we are actually over 20 minutes, and I don't have to extend the credit roll and the and the full version of the theme song by 15 seconds, we're just going to go out now.
Yeah.
Start putting the SD card, getting the files off the SD card as fast as possible, just so you know.
Yeah.
So basically, yeah, we're done.
We're done.
We'll see you whenever we can't see you. Yeah. Bye.